What's up, guys? And welcome back to the Blitz.
To the Blitz.
To the Blitz.
To the Blitz.
I know we missed last week.
What?
Why did we miss last week?
What? Well,
What happened?
a brother like me has entered the graduate stage of life.
Why is your mic so quiet?
They really can't hear me?
No.
Hello?
You gotta turn it up, bruh.
Where do I do that at?
The middle console. Mic check, mic check. Go ahead and say mic check.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
Okay.
Okay.
Now talk lightly.
I'm talking lightly. Oh, my
Ooh,
gosh.
all right, maybe a little bit less.
Hello, folks. Hello, folks.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Hope you guys are doing well today.
You know?
Checking out this new episode. Honestly, I feel like, well, most of the listeners that we know in person, I think they've been really busy anyway. It's like that week just kind of went by. Everybody was, yeah. If you're listening to this episode and like it's new to you, but then the last few episodes are new to you as well, try and get caught up. And if you ever do find yourself missing a Fly podcast episode because we're doing something one week like graduating, sorry, maybe check out some older ones you haven't heard if that could be you, or check out an old favorite. Revisit it, see if it's still funny or if you hate it, actually.
Listen to episode 6 again. See if we really did as bad of a job as I say we did.
Or don't listen to that episode.
Ever.
But yeah, hope you guys are doing well, sincerely. We are here back at it again. This is what, number 63?
It's a Blitz, so it's even.
64, I knew that.
62.
62, I knew that as well.
I don't know, actually.
All right. I think it's 62.
No, yeah, it's 62 because the last song was 61. Almost forgot.
Right, yeah, okay.
I guess I did forget.
Well, Isaiah, let's
Yes.
just go ahead and get right into this.
Let's
joint
get right
here.
into it.
I'm going to do some introduction.
Oh, nice. Wow. This is a
No.
first. Actually doing some work.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, all right. Ladies and gentlemen. And I was going to say, never mind. Yep.
Boys and girls.
People from all corners of the earth, listeners of the Frontline Youth Podcast. If there are 3 things you can't escape in life, huh? I'm selling right now. What did they say? There are 2 things you that are a part of life: death and taxes, or whatever. But you know what the third one is? Conflict. Everybody faces conflict in some kind of way. And some of the worst conflicts we face are interpersonal. Conflict with your boss, an argument with your spouse.
World War II.
All right, not that one. I guess no one listening to this has personally faced World War II. I'm typing random letters all right, anyway, but in a lot of these interpersonal conflicts, somebody can be seen as right and someone can be seen as wrong. And everybody wants to be right and nobody wants to be wrong. It's just the nature of it.
It's just real spill.
Whenever you're in a dispute, the pride gets involved.
Billie Eilish.
What does that mean?
I'm the bad guy.
If you guys want to take a moment and block Isaiah on all your socials, I understand.
Imagine we start releasing episodes with like the audio like separated. So you gotta like hit play at the same time on both of them. And it's like you can mute.
You can just go ahead and pause the other voice.
Go ahead and mute Elijah.
just try to,
Try to context clues. What is he saying right now?
What is he reacting to? Anyway,
indeed.
So yes, we have
Is
found.
it raining?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's
Anyway.
weather, man.
We've found a number of accounts, and I'm not talking about bank accounts or profiles. I'm talking about stories, tales, reports, records of conflicts.
Wait, no. Anecdotes.
Anecdotes, yes, that's a good one.
I was going to say analogies. That's not it.
That was close. Other A words, but not all right, not all of them. At least 4 letters, starting at 4 letters.
All right, run it.
Anyway, yes, we have found stories of people in conflict, and they're doing a very human thing to do, trying to find validation for the feelings that they have, because maybe the people that they're arguing with are like, you're not making any sense. And you're like, am I the unreasonable one? Or is it the person I'm arguing with like I think it is? Let me ask the internet. We are the internet today, folks.
Yes, sir. I mean, we're the internet pretty much every day.
Let's go.
Every time you're listening to the podcast,
Welcome
I don't
to
think
the
you're
internet.
listening to it on a CD. It's the internet.
Yeah, no doubt.
Feel me?
I'm sorry about those sound effects. No, I'm not.
They're a little loud, though.
They are.
Maybe they're just loud in our ears, but in the recording, they're balanced.
What do you guys think?
What's up, guys? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that might not be that bad. The waveform I'm looking at, it doesn't seem that bad, so. Sorry, excuse me. All right, so conflict resolution or non-resolution. People just want to know. They want to know, am I wrong? Did I do the wrong thing or the right thing? I need to know. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
When people go to ask their pastor. First off, I'm pretty sure they always go. I say they because if I'm honest with you guys listening, there has only been, I can count on one hand and one finger the number of times I've gone to a pastor and asked for some advice on something specific.
Right.
So it's just not a common thing for me, honestly. But
Now, why do you think that could be?
for me,
Yeah.
cause I
That's
like
just an
to
question.
figure things out. Sometimes I feel like, and obviously your pastor's there to help you,
Yeah.
but having my father being a pastor and knowing the things that he goes through, you can start to look at your problems and say, hey man, I can pray too.
Yeah.
I could deal with this. Let me not be a burden.
Right.
But hey, bro, don't feel like you're being a burden if you're asking.
If it comes down to it, go ahead and ask. It's the
Right.
brother's job.
That's the right thing to do.
He can deal with it.
But if you haven't tried to deal with it on your own, try.
Unless you are characteristically terrible at dealing with it on your own.
Yes.
Then,
if you
yeah,
know
bro.
for a fact that you are
Call everybody.
going
Call
to mess it up,
911.
then don't mess it up. Anyway, so I'm sure
Sorry.
people who go to counseling often, counseling is a loose term here.
Right.
Obviously, if they're coming with, like, especially with a conflict, an interpersonal conflict, I doubt they're going to say, yeah, I feel like I really hurt their feelings and I need you to help me to apologize and make it right.
Right.
No. They're like, they come in like, and then they said this.
Yeah.
So, basically, how are me and you going to team up, Pastor, to
strike them
tear
down with
them
the
down?
righteous flame of judgment.
That's right.
Or even sometimes people they'll know they've done wrong or are probably wrong in a situation and have been the offender, and they go to a pastor to like confess it, but then like that's it. So like you were saying, it's not to be like, hey, how can you help me to apologize to this person because I know I got to, but it's like I'm not gonna apologize to them because that's awkward, but let me go tell someone
It's like,
that I acknowledge I'm
Pastor,
wrong.
by the way, Jenny, I don't think she's going to like me forever. I may have attempted to kill her.
We were talking about peanut butter and jelly and which one goes on top, and I just couldn't stand the tone of her voice. I reached for her throat, and
we were talking about pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
And we were having a little bit of a disagreement, and I don't know what happened. Maybe I blacked out or something, and I started insulting her dead family members.
Oh my gosh.
And, so I don't think she likes me anymore. So I'm just letting you know, Pastor.
I want to let you know, I feel so bad about it. Like, I can't sleep, Have
J. Cole.
welcome to
Oh my
Dreamville.
gosh, bro, that's gonna be funny in the future. You come back listening to this episode in 2025.
Yeah,
No idea. Huh?
Did y'all know? First of all, if you even know who Jermaine Cole is, he's a popular rapper. I don't really listen to his stuff because I don't like it, but he's a guy, and we actually live in his hometown.
Yeah.
This is being recorded in his hometown right now.
Yeah.
People go and visit his childhood home like a tourist attraction. There's a bunch of like people writing their like they carve their name and stuff into the fence. It's kind of
Creepy.
But anyway, let's get into some of these stories, y'all, because I know you're on the edge of your seat. There is violent thunder outside.
Man, yeah, we're in the middle of the torrential downpour.
Yeah.
Are you starting or am I starting?
You start.
Okay. I haven't read this one either.
Okay.
So that's what's going to make it fun. Also, you can tell how when people know they did something wrong, but they're trying to
make themselves seem better.
They undercut it. They what is it called when you're not exaggerating? You're
minimizing. But what's the word though? Like the word.
If you know the word, say it down in the comments.
Drop the word in the comments with your impressive vocabulary.
But people, anyway, all right. This is the title of the post. Before I read the story, which I've never read.
Yes, we got to tell the titles each time because this one's crazy. All right.
Am I a jerk for wanting to eat a dessert in a restaurant? You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? Off rip? No, of course not. Eating a dessert.
That's like you were talking about that example in bringing up dead family members. Am I wrong for responding with words to my friend? Am I really wrong for mentioning folks in my response?
Yeah, I know. All right, so let's read it. This is from the perspective of a woman. Why?
I don't know why that was funny.
I have to say that because the first three words are "so my boyfriend."
Okay.
I don't have a boyfriend.
You took a deep breath. This is in the perspective of a woman.
This is a woman's post.
Right,
let's move on.
Sorry about that.
So my boyfriend and I are currently traveling through Italy. Yesterday, we would take a train from Florence to our next hotel in the countryside of Tuscany. What is he flexing on us? Anyway, moving on. We were going to have a last dinner there yesterday night. I chose a place that has the best tiramisu in Florence, according to Instagram. And we didn't manage to go there earlier. Our meal took a bit longer than expected.
No.
And my boyfriend reminded me that the last train we could take was at 21:40.
Let's do the math.
9:40?
I think it would be about 9:40. All right, go ahead.
The next train would only come early in the morning. He said that it would be too tight to eat dessert and that we should just pay and leave so that we make it to the train. According to my estimation, we had 20 minutes left.
Oh, is she about to be wrong?
So
according to my estimation, we got left.
Hold on. So it would either be 20 minutes waiting in the station or 20 minutes in the restaurant. No big deal. When the waiter came and asked if we wanted anything else, I quickly ordered the tiramisu. Without having read the menu first, I figured it would be fast enough to make our train still. My boyfriend got kind of red and asked me why I did that. I just told him that they will bring it out soon.
Can y'all imagine this boyfriend right now? Bro, it's red. My bad.
And that we have plenty of time to make the train. So it took a little longer than expected.
Okay.
And by the time it came, I only had time to snap a few quick pictures.
No way!
And eat it fast.
Oh my! Leave her.
They're on a trip, Elijah.
My bad.
They're
You're
in
right.
Italy.
Did I say those words? No, I didn't.
This is fancy.
If y'all heard a 2-word phrase just now, no, you didn't.
This is fancy tiramisu.
Go ahead.
I offered my boyfriend some of it, but he didn't want any.
What a jerk.
We paid and left.
You so red.
It was tight now, but still possible. So we grabbed our luggage and made a run for it. In the end, we made it. I admit There was barely any time left, but we got in the train a couple minutes before we left. I sat down and felt just such relief that everything worked out. My boyfriend just threw the bags down. The bags? All of them? You didn't carry any bags?
Come on, bro.
Sorry. Threw the bags down and sat somewhere else for a moment until the train left. I called out to him and told him to come sit with me.
Sit with me.
I started talking about how we did it, but he cut me off and asked me in an angry tone, why did I have to have that dessert? He complained about running halfway through the city and almost missing the train. I felt very hurt.
Oh, Lord.
And was a bit scared, to be honest.
All right.
I'd never seen him angry like this. We argued the whole train ride and on the way to our hotel.
He was so red.
There, he eventually just said he was exhausted, turned around, and went to sleep. I cried myself to sleep at night and woke up feeling very horrible. He is still asleep, and I come here to ask you if I'm the jerk here.
That was so red, y'all. I'm sorry. What do we think, Isaiah? What do we think? My answer is kind of similar to the one we discussed on story 0.
Bro, what do I think?
Yeah.
I think she made a bad call.
Yeah. It's just the I guess they made it.
No, they made it, but they had to run through the city.
Right.
No, it would be different if they ordered it and they were late. And it was like, dang.
Yeah.
But
they
ate. She asked about the dessert to her boyfriend. Boyfriend specifically. He was like, looking at the time, I don't think we're gonna make it. It doesn't seem smart. Let's get there with plenty of time. All right. Okay. And it didn't say, she didn't write. She said, nah.
Right.
I'm getting that dessert. And then he was like, all right, fine, get the dessert. No.
Yeah.
He said the waiter came back. You want anything else? I don't have the tiramisu.
Yeah. Y'all should see the face. Yo. he's doing the face you make when you just double down. It's like, I don't care. I'm getting it. This is the daring stare. Like,
no. Okay, but
do something about it.
So then she got her dessert, ate it, and then they have to sprint through the city.
Right.
And then the way she worded it,
she's sprinting hands free.
She gave him all the bags. He's lugging them around.
Oh no! What happened to the time?
Like,
quick,
Igor.
babe, take the bags. We almost won't.
We won't make it here.
No, but yes, honestly, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But it's more about just that she took control of the situation without him even having a say, because it's like, oh, if I just order the dessert before we finish talking about it, then we have to wait here for it. And then it doesn't matter if he's stressed out a little bit. I know we'll still make it. So it's just, it's just a lack of consideration. But I don't think it's that huge of a thing. Like, they could smooth it over, but it definitely got worse with the rest of the arguing in the train and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think his reaction was pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Even though her actions, I think they were barely unreasonable, but she's in the wrong.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because I understand she wants the thing, and she thought they could actually make it, but it's just the lack of considering his concern.
Yeah.
Because she want the Instagram food. Come on, y'all.
All right. Now moving on.
They could have been 5 minutes faster if she didn't take no picture.
Completely separate
My bad.
point.
Yep.
That is, of course, a Fly Podcast
Hey.
special.
Hey.
Why are they? It says here the boyfriend is 29 and the person who wrote the thing is 28.
Okay.
They're dating.
Okay.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yep.
On an excursion
Excursion.
in Italy.
Yep.
Get married. Nah.
Plot twist.
I'm like, bro, who I mean, maybe who goes on a trip to Italy?
Plot twist.
With
That's
your-
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Plot twist. They just got dollars. They met last week.
Dang. No,
No,
plot twist. This was when he was going to propose and she got that tiramisu.
Oh! He said, maybe if we have time to stop at this scenic location on the way back to the trains. Oh my gosh, she's ordering dessert.
I actually don't even need the train. I booked an extra night. Nope, we're getting on that train. No ring for you.
I know.
Maybe we go to Germany.
I'm putting this ring in with the SpaghettiOs and eating it. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's lost it.
Yeah, my bad.
Matter of fact, we don't have time. We got to go. He's trying to make it a surprise. He got it all boxed up. He already got some tiramisu. He went late last night and got it. It's in there. She opens it up. Wow, tiramisu. And sitting in the middle of the square of tiramisu on the little chocolate coating powder is a ring. A beautiful ring. How much did the ring cost? $3 million. Because of course they're rich. All right, we're moving on.
Anyway.
Elijah's story now.
Oui. Alrighty. Story number 2. Feel free to by the way, just to document your answers to one of the stories or all of the stories. If you do multiple stories, try to do them in order, maybe number them. This was
Title them.
story number 3 really stuck out to me.
Put out tiramisu story.
Right. Yeah. But we definitely want to hear your opinions on these stories in the comments, especially if you got like I don't know, something to share.
Yep.
All right. Here's the title of this one.
Find out it's
Boys
you.
and girls.
Sorry.
Am I the jerk for telling my mom to get a job just like everyone else? Crazy title, but this person's got nothing to hide.
Alrighty.
Throwaway account because my main has personal info.
Sure.
I'm reading, by the way. And this person is a 34-year-old female.
Cool. Who's telling their mom to get a job?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't use the word female, y'all. This is the description. I use the word, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know my stance. Oh my gosh. You just
How
can't-
they do it on the website to indicate the age and gender.
Yes.
Parentheses, number, M or F. Bro.
Right. Okay, so me, a 34-year-old woman. Yeah. My mother.
Now it's woman.
My bad. My mother,
Sorry.
who is 59, has not worked for the last about 30 years.
30?
She hasn't worked for 30 years. When we were little, Dad worked, and she was a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, okay.
She refused to work even when we were older. I remember my parents fighting about it.
What?
After their divorce, my mom remarried almost instantly and relied on her much older husband, who last year died, leaving everything for his adult kids and almost nothing for her. Golly. After the death of her second husband, Mom moved in with my brother and his wife. She was supposed to look after the kids while they work. This didn't work out, and they are kicking her out, which is totally my mom's fault. I told her multiple times this would happen if she continued to act like she did. She was extremely mean to her son-in-law, tried to run their household, acted like the queen, refused to watch the kids full time, which this was their original agreement. She only watched them like half the day, twice a week. And when she did, she neglected them, like not changing a poopy diaper for Lord knows how long, because she was hoping the son-in-law would be back soon and do it, which resulted in the baby getting a very nasty rash, etc., etc. Now she wants to move in with me. She's claiming she'd help with the kid. I have a 2-year-old. I told her, no. I saw what happened with my brother and sister-in-law. Sorry. Every time I said son-in-law, I think it was abbreviating for sister-in-law. My bad. This is the speaker's sister-in-law. Anyway, you caused major issues in their marriage, and I will not risk it. After all, you always told us adult children should never live with their parents. Yes, we were both kicked out at 18 right after we finished school. Don't kick me out, Mom. Where am I at? She started crying and saying she doesn't have anywhere to go. She has until the end of the month to leave my brother's house. My bad, hey! Yo, it was the timing and phrasing that made me laugh. Okay, stay with me here, y'all. The mother is about to get kicked out of the writer's brother's house, which is her son. Yeah, I just confused y'all. And she's crying like, please let me stay with you, daughter of mine. I'm speaking.
Just
as a daughter.
read
Yep,
what it
yep.
says.
I told her neither did I when she kicked me out at 18 and I went to live on my friend's couch, but I worked and eventually rented a room. So I guess that's what she could do. That's what everyone else does. She asked me to at least pay her rent until she gets back on her feet. I said no. You're a healthy working age person. You should not be freeloading. That's
Working
exactly what
age?
59.
59?
Maybe she's strong. You should not be freeloading. That's exactly what she told me when I was 18. We had a very big fight, but I refused to let her move in or give her money. I'm sure she would still have some from her inheritance, and I know for a fact my brother gave her money, so I didn't feel guilty at all. Now, multiple relatives are texting me, basically saying me and my sister-in-law are horrible people. Mom's dead husband's son called to scold me, telling me my mom is my responsibility and not theirs, so I should do what's right. I do not feel guilty, but perhaps that's what makes me the jerk? Am I? Do I feel bad about people claiming I'm a bad daughter? Yes. Mainly because my mother was never a model mom herself. She never put her kids first and was generally disinterested, my lord, in us. And guess, yo, why have I lost my ability to read in the last sentence? I'm going to go back. Mainly because my mother was never a model mom herself. She never put her kids first and was generally disinterested in us unless she needed something. I mean, if she were nice, I'd be happy to have her near. Okay. I know I just said a lot, and I remixed it a little bit. It was probably even more confusing.
Lord.
But basically, the writer's mom
Why are
is
you
a widow,
going to...
and she got no money.
We all heard
needs
it.
a place to stay. Everybody wants to kick her out because she's mean. What do you say, Isaiah?
Is this woman a jerk for not wanting her mom to live with her?
Yeah.
I don't know. Dang. This thunder going crazy.
If you're listening and you just got hit by lightning, hey. Woo.
That's not how time works. Moving on.
Yep. If they're a fly in the wall and they're listening, well, then if they got struck by lightning. Yep. Go ahead though. The mom wants to stay in the house.
I believe, and that it's a little bit interesting that this girl is crazy. This woman
right
is holding this long-standing grudge against her mom.
I know there are a lot of references to being
when
kicked
I was
out.
18,
right.
You kicked me out and said no freeloading.
She's a bit like 41 years older than 18 in this circumstance, so like, you know,
what?
might be a little different.
41?
Her mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look, man. I don't know. I don't know. She seemed like a jerk to me. Because hey, you gotta have forgiveness. You know, your parents this is their first time being parents.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to. If they do it wrong, bro, they've never done it before.
Yeah. Some people strongly believe that if their kids aren't out by 18, they're gonna become super dependent and then, you know, never be able to figure it out. So they think it's in the kid's best interest to kick them out.
Right. I wonder what happened to her mom when she was 18, right?
To make her feel like.
Right. Like what was her mom like at 18?
Right.
Did she get kicked out? She got married, raised you, didn't work, I guess, kicked you out at 18. So, you know, from 0 to 18, I guess she hated you and kept you in a cage and didn't feed you?
Right.
Or something like that? No, I highly doubt that. She raised you.
Yeah.
You are the person you are. I don't know. That seems incredibly ungrateful to me.
But then, oh golly, you had some Milo's lemonade.
Be quiet.
But anyway, also there's the concept that she's phrasing the getting kicked out thing as being like a very impactful, hurtful experience that has to be gotten over through great difficulty with grit and determination.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of being like, oh man, that experience is pretty bad, let me not put my 59-year-old widow mom through it, because I remember when she did the same thing to me. Instead of being like that, she's like, I'm going to do that right back. Oh, well, she can face the consequences. Now, I'm not saying that this lady's mom is an angel. She probably isn't, according to all the things that are being said. Now, who wouldn't want to kick their in-law who is grumpy out of their house when they're trying to live their life with their family? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, nobody wants to have a grumpy person live in their house, but at the same time, I don't think there's only one person at fault in this story. That's what I would say. I think maybe the mom is a big bully, perhaps. Like, actually, she's unpleasant to have around or whatever. But
I don't know though, because then she had somewhere to live, and she had come to agreement. I'll help with watching children. I'll do that. She didn't.
Yeah.
Because, she was busy. She had work. Oh, wait, no.
Oh. She wanted to play Fortnite or whatever
you
do.
Okay. whatever you do at 59.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Level up in
Neo.
Fortnite.
Okay.
I couldn't think of anything else funny. What's a funny game, bro? She's prestige level 1000 in Among Us.
Okay. I mean, I could imagine a really old person playing that a lot. But anyway, yeah. Because honestly, it's a better deal to change a few diapers, watch some kids, than to, be out in the streets.
Yeah, but it's even better deal, bro.
What's that?
Get a job, live your own life.
This is the truth.
She can do that.
This is the truth.
I don't know, though. Does she have any skills?
That's the thing. So, y'all.
And she 59.
Let me tell you something. I'm speaking from no experience. Am I about to get everyone in trouble? Perhaps.
We'll see.
The stay-at-home mom thing can be a beautiful thing. But
that's it. Let's move on.
No, but because you're doing it's not like just because that job, watching the kids and doing whatever else you need to do at home, it's not just because that job doesn't make you money, it doesn't mean it's any less important than the job that the counterpart in the relationship is doing. Like going and doing whatever he does to make money.
Or she.
Well, I'm speaking from the stay-at-home mom position.
Yes.
But
that was my liberalness.
If you're everybody gotta be working, whether it's for money or not. There's something to do, There's work to be done if there's, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nope, he lost me, but maybe you guys know what he's saying.
I'm saying nobody's job in the relationship is Among Us every day or Netflix. Like, there's always something to be done. Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, put them to work, stop relaxing, but don't take advantage of people. That's no bueno.
All right. Next one. Am I the jerk for saying my wife will have to quit her job if we get booted from another daycare? My wife and I have this is again a story. I know y'all know this, but sometimes y'all don't be listening and paying attention. I don't have a wife or a 3-year-old. My wife and I have a 3-year-old daughter. My wife and I have a 3-year-old daughter, Alexis. Both of us work. And Alexis has attended daycare since she was 1. In the 2 years since, we have been asked to leave 2 programs because my wife is a micromanager. I admit, both of us went into the first program not really understanding daycare. I quickly learned that they can't provide personalized care, and after learning from her teachers, I reset my expectations. My wife, however, has a lot of anxiety and worries about our daughter. She hates when she gets even a little upset. She's in therapy and is working on it. First, we have a therapy episode. Check it out. First program, my wife would constantly watch the live feed and call the daycare multiple times a day. We had several talks about it, and the school talked to us twice. My wife ended up screaming at one of the teachers and then the director. We were terminated immediately. I'm writing this from beyond the grave.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Second daycare was a little better because my wife had begun therapy. But my wife was still so nervous and had a complaint every single day. These were not important things. It was small things like maybe she saw another child take a toy from Alexis and Alexis would cry. The teacher would give the toy back to Alexis, but my wife didn't understand why the other child wasn't punished for it. This daycare didn't kick us out, but did eventually suggest that this may not be the best program for us. My wife and I decided to pull Alexis out. My wife, because of her anxiety, myself, because I knew my wife had burned bridges and was becoming one of those moms. We chose a smaller home daycare this time, as we couldn't afford another center. The woman who owns it is very nice, but also firm. She stands by her boundaries and won't let my wife break any rules, whereas the centers were definitely more accommodating. My wife would take any inch she got. This time, she didn't get that opportunity. I thought all was well, as the owner only speaks to my wife for the most part. The reason was that he can't be the primary contact for daycare due to not being able to have his phone on him at work. All right. Then I get put into a group text saying my wife has been bombarding the owner with texts every day, despite the owner saying that she will text her at lunch when things are settled. The owner said at this point she will only be responding at specific times of the day and not looking at the rest. The owner then added several pages of the contract with passages highlighted. Passages? What is this? All right. With parts highlighted, reminding us of certain policies my wife had violated.
Oh.
I was angry.
Bro is so red.
Okay. When Alexis went to bed that night, my wife and I talked. I said this was our last option for daycare. The other centers are too expensive, and this was the only home daycare in the area that we like. A nanny is not in our budget. My wife made a million excuses, including that it's not her fault she's anxious. I said if we are asked to leave this program too, my wife will be the one quitting her job to watch Alexis, not me. This upset my wife. I pointed out I've spoken to her kindly about this plenty of times. I encourage her to keep up her therapy, but she can't keep getting us kicked out of programs. My wife is now not speaking to me.
That's hard. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? What should he say? That's just like a tough spot to be in, bro. If somebody,
I don't know. Maybe have Alexis chill at the house by herself.
Ooh, 3-year-olds need
3-year-olds,
time to rise and grind.
That's right. You know what you could do? You could put Alexis in like a small room with like a treadmill.
Okay.
Right? A very safe treadmill. You
Right.
know, she can't get caught up in it or anything.
It's got a ball pit under it.
No danger. And essentially, she walks or crawls, whichever one she can do, on the treadmill and stores up power for the house.
Oh,
that they
what?
Can use to
What are you talking about?
Bro, that's where my mind has gone because
Listen.
all the other options are they're too hard.
Yeah. It's like you can't tell someone who's freaking out to just learn to calm down.
Yes, you can.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Calmate.
But they don't want to hear that. It's going to make them mad at you and
therapy.
That therapy is not helping.
But the question here is he a jerk for saying you're gonna be the one to quit and not me? No.
No.
It's her fault.
Now,
in terms of this, how do you fix this situation? I don't know.
right. And maybe this might be a stretch, but maybe did she asked him to quit his job?
Not that I saw.
I was gonna say, like, if maybe that did happen, she asked him to quit his job, he could be like, hey, honey, I'm sorry, but there's no way I'm gonna quit this job. You know, it's does this and that for us, and I need to keep it. We've got to figure out something else. But him telling her that way, like, you would have to be the one to quit, not me, like flipping on her, not my problem kind of thing, is like
not my fault.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's what I mean. Not his problem, but not his fault. Yeah,
which is true.
It is true. It is true.
It's not his fault at all. Although maybe he could step up and do something somehow. I don't know.
Honest, I mean, I feel like besides perhaps the way that he's addressing her in the conflict, he stepped up all the way. What else is he supposed to do? You know, maybe not.
Take his daughter to work. I don't know. Bro.
She can come trade stocks with him. It's not even a problem that she can't have her phone at work. She has no phone. She's 3. Well, it's 2024.
Yeah, who knows, man? I don't know.
Yeah, that's hard. About fixing the problem, I have no idea. Who's wrong? Yo, this lady, come on. I don't know what to do for you, but
she's got to.
You're causing a few problems with the dramatic reactions in these circumstances.
Yes. And
the kid is all right.
The kid is all right.
You tripping 'cause Alexis is okay. Yeah, I don't know. I got no answer for that one.
Yeah. I guess I'll ask you guys.
Drop it in the comments. What do y'all think should be done? Let me read one more.
Oh, I was going to read one more too.
Okay.
All right, we'll do 2 more.
All right. And this one's real short, so it'll be okay. Yeah, this one's going to be okay. Am I the jerk for not lending my wife my warm jacket on a cold day?
Yes.
Hey,
moving on.
But he was honest at the in the title. Maybe he's on to something. Maybe he's got nothing to hide.
All
Yesterday,
right.
my wife, I'll call her Tara, and I went out for breakfast for our anniversary, and we ended up at a cafe in a beachside suburb. It was crowded inside, so we took a table outside. It's autumn here, and it was fairly cold outside with no heaters. Tara was wearing a t-shirt and a cardigan. I was wearing a t-shirt, wind cheater, and a big comfy warm jacket. Tara had a coat, but left it in the car, about a 4-minute walk away. She told me she was feeling cold, to which I replied that I'd be happy to walk back to the car to get her coat. She said that if I was a good husband, I would lend her my jacket.
Oh!
I laughed, said something like, yeah, that's not happening, and again offered to retrieve her jacket from the car. Tara declined, and we had our breakfast. I was pretty comfy in my jacket. I thought it was all done with. My bad. I'm reading word for word. I did not make that up. I thought it was all done with, but Tara made a point of mentioning it again this morning. She has a nice... Huh? Oh, my bad. What the heck? She has since pointed out that if we were dating and not married, I would have lent her my jacket. Admittedly, that's probably true. So, I humbly place myself before you for judgment. Am I the jerk here? Let me read the top comment before we respond. You are not the jerk. But I do think you should reflect on why you don't treat her as well now that you're married as you might have if you were still dating, and how that might impact other areas of your relationship.
Okay, to answer that question, see, when you're dating, you're like, man, please marry me. So you do everything perfect.
Yeah.
When you're married, all right, I did it.
I'm in.
No, that was me. For
It's time to relax.
Time to be my real, true self.
Yeah.
In terms of this whole jacket thing, first off, him offering to walk back to the car to go get... Honestly, he should have just said, let me go get your coat.
Yeah.
And gone
Right,
by himself.
No,
Let me go grab your coat. I'll be right back. And then her being, if you were a good husband,
yeah,
do not ever.
So here are the themes at stake here. What we're dealing with is her asking him, in the face of her discomfort, to instead take on this discomfort and then, you know what I'm saying, to relieve her and maybe go grab the other jacket and then they will both be warm after. But yeah, he's got to switch places as far as being comfortable for a second. He's got to give her the jacket, giving up his own comfort for her comfort.
You know, low key, bro. And I wouldn't even care. You'd be like, here, Mom, cold? I'd be cold, bro. My girl warm. My wife.
Because of love warm, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Now, that's a big gender roles question that I don't have the skills to get into, because it's like, yeah, I'll give you my jacket, but then as a guy, it would be like, if you're cold and she's not, and she got a jacket on, you don't be like, hey girl, let me get your jacket. So I don't know how that works. It's just
because, bro, you're not fitting that jacket.
You're not looking good in that. What brands do women wear?
I don't know. I don't know any, bro.
Yo, I'm moving on.
But then cardigan. Men wear cardigans. Let me stop. But
men in advertisements wear cardigans.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't have a conclusion. I don't know. It depends on what their relationship is like. It depends on how she was asking too when she said, if you were a good husband. Like, that could be a joke or that could be a snide remark. It really depends.
Within every jest, there's a bit of truth.
Yeah.
That sound like Pops. Sorry. Oh, jolly good show.
Anyway,
all right, we're moving right along.
Imagine if your head was like that. All right.
I'm not sure. All I know is that their relationship seems interesting.
Yeah, I think it depends on the nature of their relationship. I could see some marriages in which this would be funny.
Yep,
and I can see some marriages where
this is divorce.
Yeah, no, y'all getting in a fish fight when you get home.
A fish fight? Like Nineveh? Sorry.
Y'all ever watch VeggieTales Nineveh episode? Shout out my boy. Let's move on. Are you laughing at the title?
I've been looking for one to read. One more. This one.
Oh no, we are in for it, y'all. Listeners, it's just you and me.
I haven't read this. It's just the title.
Listeners, it's just you and me, man.
Am I the jerk?
What is it about
for telling my friend, I told you so, when she told me her boyfriend left her when he found out she was pregnant?
What? Okay. Yeah, probably.
I have a friend.
You're probably the jerk.
Let's call her Amber, and let's call her boyfriend Jack. I'm using
Jack.
fake names for privacy reasons. Amber is 3 months pregnant. Jack left her the moment he found out. I tried to warn her when they first started dating. I kept saying to be careful with him, not to get pregnant by him, telling him that he already has a kid he doesn't take care of. Take care of. Bro, I'm not reading this right.
Bro.
She didn't write. She ELA. ELA? ESL.
Oh. I mean, I thought you were saying she needed to do better in English and language arts.
Yeah, but
English as a second language.
Which will make it acceptable. But she just kept saying that he truly loves her, that one day they were going to get married. I tried to support her, but that's until I received a call from her when I was leaving work.
Can we pause right here?
Sure.
Ladies, if there is a question of him leaving you because you are pregnant with his child that he gave you physically, he might not love you that much. Go ahead, though.
I tried to support her until I received a call from her when I was leaving work. She was hyperventilating, telling me she found out she was pregnant. And when she tried to tell Jack the happy news, they both got in a heated argument.
Oh, Lord.
And Jack broke up with her as he angrily packed his stuff and left her apartment.
What the heck? How did you get this
living
kid?
in her apartment? Bum of the year. Bum of the year.
And he need to read a biology textbook. What? You're pregnant? Who did that?
Did he say that?
No, but what is he mad about? What?
I don't know. He's mad. Maybe I don't know, man. Maybe they had that difficult talk.
Oh, yeah.
And she said no.
Well, good on her, dadgummit.
You know? I tried to comfort her as I quickly drove to her favorite food place, buying her favorite food, and made my way to her apartment. I let her vent.
Wait, did you say, oh, she bought her friend's favorite food?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought she just randomly put that in there. I went and got some McDonald's. I love
No.
McDonald's, y'all. But anyway.
No. I let her vent, but I told her she shouldn't be surprised since I tried to warn her. She started calling me a jerk, calling me a horrible friend as she kicked me out of her apartment.
Oh, man.
She went crying to our mutual friends, and now they're calling me the jerk, calling me heartless because I was not considering that she's pregnant now and possibly a single mother. Am I a jerk?
Yeah, a little bit. But just a little bit.
No, she's not. Go ahead and explain first. You go first.
Listen,
I've been talking.
First of all, I think it was solid advice to tell her, hey, you shouldn't play with this guy. Mm-hmm. But now that she's there, it doesn't help anyone for you to reaffirm that you're right. That is the elephant in the room. Of course you were right. And it's probably not the main goal you should be pursuing to be like, by the way, I'm credible. However, she was literally correct. And the other lady was acting blind, for sure. But I don't even think I told you so has to go unsaid forever. That was not the time. That's bad timing.
Technically, she didn't say I told you so. It was like, man, I warned you this could happen.
Yeah.
And she got mad.
Yeah, and that's, bro.
Good for you.
Right.
Like, what do you mean? Bad for you? Look at you. My fault.
That's the truth, though. Hey, you should be grateful for your friends that tell you the hard truths and not just what you want to hear.
I don't know. Is she a jerk for?
All I'm going to say is she probably could have waited on that.
Yeah, she could have waited on that.
But she's not a horrible person if it was phrased the way she said it just now.
And even if she's not, she told her, knew about it. She got called right as she got out of work, talking about, and she went, picked up food for her favorite
love
place,
McDonald's, y'all.
Dropped by her apartment to talk about it, it out. She said she let her vent, meaning she was quiet. Let her talk.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, man. I mean, I warned you this could happen, you know?
Immediately, she was so red, yo.
All right. And it was over from there.
Yeah. I feel like...
And then she went to her other friend.
Yeah, so here's... Like, maybe she doubled down too hard because how could it be enough for her to leave to her other friends and then the other friend, like the mutual friends, all come at her and she still is in conflict with them? Because, like, if the other friends came at her and said, how could you not consider her, she's about to be a single mother. Have you ever thought about that? I feel like if she's thinking what we think she's thinking, she'd be like, no, yeah, she is probably about to be a single mother. That is scary. Me and mutual friends are not in a disagreement at all. But for her to run away to them and then she end up in a conflict with the mutual friends, maybe there was like more going on that she's not saying in the...
She got kicked out of the apartment.
Yeah, she probably said a lot more than I told you so.
Let me go back to the post. Let me read it again. Read the last part.
She got to be making herself the angel. Am I the angel?
I tried to comfort her as I quickly drove to her favorite place, blah, blah, blah. I let her vent, but I told her she shouldn't be surprised since I tried to warn her. Maybe that's it. I mean, you had this coming. I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's a jerky thing to say.
She thought it was going to slide because she brought McDonald's.
Why is it McDonald's?
I don't know. That's the first place that came to mind. I brought you the 4B combo. Now you better listen to me while I tell you.
Elijah knows a combo. At
Listen.
McDonald's. He goes too much.
Listen, no, if
I've
you
never in my life
look, bro,
looked at those numbers.
it's the only one that I know, but it's because if you're going to a place and you don't feel like ordering every time, like, you know, picking apart an order, find something that you like, order the same thing every time. That's the beauty of fast food. When I say I really like this one fast food place, that probably means I like this one thing that I get from them, and I get it every time. Is that crazy, y'all? Do y'all like make a new order every time?
He's
Okay.
crazy.
Yep. My bad.
So, is this person a jerk? I guess, bro.
Perhaps, probably. I'm gonna say probably. I think there's more.
But in this situation, as a person, no.
Yeah. Right.
Because we were, man, our original idea for this episode, those people are deranged.
We'll get to that one day. But yeah, that's an important note that we can leave here with these folks. Your actions, there are many of them, and they do define you. But there are a lot of actions. So if you've been a jerk a lot of the time, just stop being a jerk, and then someone can't, you know, disregard all your new actions to place the label of jerk on you.
Yep. Just take a moment, think before you speak. You know. You
Look
might
in the
know.
mirror and say, "Am I red right now?"
All right, bro. Anyway, shout out to you.
Hey,
I
you want to read another one?
no.
Oh.
I guess not. These are just funny.
Am I a jerk for blowing up? All right, my bad. Yeah.
Am I a jerk
Anyway.
for crying after my baby's gender was revealed? My wife and I, wife 31 female and I 30 male. I know, bruh. Should I read this? Probably not. It's gonna be so long, but I'm gonna read it anyway because I'm interested. Last one.
Right.
Okay. My wife and I were having. I don't have a wife. Sorry, it's just funny to say. My wife and I were having a gender reveal for our first child.
Wow.
My wife doesn't mind what gender the baby is. She just wanted to get a few friends and family together for a small party, and she was under the impression that I thought that too. Neither of us were. I'm not sure what that meant. That was a little bit underhanded and weird. Neither of us were interested in doing anything big. We just had a friend to read out the letter and reveal the gender. I didn't tell my wife this, but I was really hoping for a daughter instead of a son. So when it was revealed that we'll be having a boy. Sorry. It really upset me.
What? What? I flipped the coin, and I guess people didn't really understand that I wanted it to be heads. When it landed and it was tails,
No, bro.
I burst into tears.
I thought he was like, oh, my baby. He's crying.
Right.
He's upset. Sorry. Let me not do these gender roles or whatever. Men can cry. This is pitiful though. I'm not gonna lie. I
don't understand. So this guy and the boyfriend who left in the last story, like when you do stuff and there are like obvious like consequences and they're like so predictable, and it's like, you know, I'm going to have a child and it's going to be male or female. The chances are up in the air. What? It was one of the chances. Like, what? What is happening?
Oh man. Okay.
And who's? All right. Yes, he's crying of disappointment.
When it was revealed that we'll be having a boy, it really upset me. I didn't want to ruin the day though, so I just tried to act normal.
Oh,
And
he's so strong.
Yeah, I know. What a hero. And celebrate with my celebrate with my wife and the family. Later on, after everyone had left, I was alone in our room whilst my wife was downstairs. He really put whilst. Good job, bro.
He's a thinker.
I was sitting on the bed and just started crying.
Again?
No, he didn't cry at all.
Oh, you're right.
I don't often cry. I think it's a waste of my time and unnecessary, but
Yeah, he's so strong, guys.
I was just really panicking.
What?
I really wanted a daughter because my dad was really mean to me. Mean is not the word he said, but it's just the one I can think of right now. He was a poor father to me, and he messed me up a lot. And I'm scared that I'll do the same to my son.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't want to mess my son up like my dad did to me. I've been scared about turning into my dad since before I met my wife, which was the big reason I didn't even want kids originally, in case I treated them like my dad treated me.
That is a burden.
That's not a burden. That's so stupid.
I mean, but it's a real fear, though.
I guess.
It's kind of irrational, but it's
I'll
probably
explain
really
it
deep seated.
We'll talk about it after.
No doubt.
My wife walked in on me crying, and I tried to explain why without talking about my dad much. She doesn't know anything about what my dad was like. Why?
Yeah, this is why you guys are having a dispute. Not gonna lie,
because you don't tell your wife things. Talk to her,
especially the reason why you're crying. Why would you tell her a different reason that's gonna make her upset?
She told me that I was selfish, and called me a few other things. Then told me to sleep on the couch.
Dang. Yo,
she hasn't really been the same with me since she's really annoyed. Am I the jerk? He put an edit here.
Has it been the same on the count?
He put an edit. I'm not going to reply to all the comments, but I have read them all. So thank you so much.
Oh, nice.
I am going to try and find a way to tell my wife about my childhood. I've just never spoken to anyone about it before.
Okay, that's deep.
I guess, bro. That's your wife.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. But you know what? I'm not gonna hate on you for not wanting to share trauma and think about it.
What if she put him in the basement for it? He get demoted from couch. I don't want to hear about your backstory.
You're dumb.
My bad.
All right, is he a jerk for crying?
No, because the crying wasn't about that.
It really wasn't.
It wasn't about just the simple fact that it was that's what I'm thinking. He's being utterly ridiculous. Yeah. Now, is this like a fully rational, fleshed out, reasonable issue? No, but
at all.
It's significant to him, and that makes sense. Like why?
I don't know. This might be a good example for therapy.
Okay.
Go to therapy.
I was gonna say it's a good example for get saved and love Jesus.
I mean, yeah,
that's so easy. It's not easy, but you know what I'm saying. It's just a good solution.
But bro,
yeah,
I don't understand this, man. When I was young, my father, he used to go and beat up the animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese. And then he'd take kids' tokens out of their little buckets, and then he'd throw them at them. He'd take them each one by one and start pelting kids with tokens. So I can't ever go to Chuck E. Cheese. I might end up like my father. What? Just don't do that.
Well, yes, but
that was an exaggeration. But
perhaps, like, let's say I'm talking to y'all listeners. Isaiah's at Chuck E. Cheese. But let's say maybe the dad like abused the mom physically or something.
Okay. But then he wouldn't get married.
Right. Okay. But just let's say this is the case, right? And then he gets into a dispute, his first argument with his wife, and she like pushes him, and it crosses his mind in a quick flash like, what if I just strike her right now? And he doesn't do it because he's a different man than his dad. But then they walk away from that argument, and he's like, bro, did that seriously just cross my mind? My whole life I thought I was going to be different from my dad. But in that moment, I was ready to strike. And then it starts digging in his head like, yo, is it biological? Or whatever, you know, am I just going to do what I've seen? Maybe my character isn't so far off. Maybe my dad wasn't so different a guy than I am. And what if I'm in no, one day I'm just going to have a bad day and suddenly I'll create all the problems that I faced growing up.
Bro, I don't know. Every person has the capacity for horror. Every person.
That's what he needs to get through his head.
Has the capability to do atrocities
great evils
that cannot be measured. However,
Like striking your wife.
You have free will.
This is why he need.
God gave you that.
This is why he need to find Jesus.
I'm saying.
They got to answer to everything.
But you choose.
It's the truth.
No, because and then this is like First off, he never told his wife.
Right.
Never told his wife. Right? This was one of the defining reasons why he didn't want to have kids in the first place.
Right.
Let's say he's talking to his wife and his wife is like, honey, I think it's time, we've been married for X amount of time. Let's start trying for a baby. I don't think I want kids. I don't really want kids. Oh, why not? Do you think, it'd be too stressful or something? I feel like, our finances are good enough. I could quit my job. Or if you wanted to, again, with these gender roles, look, y'all, I'm not going to be super liberal. All right, super politically correct. Not right now. I could quit my job and I could watch our kids, Kids, plural. Oh no. I just, no, I don't know, man. I just don't. Kids, no. Just kids are a no for me. All right, honey. I accept what you said.
Time to file for divorce.
No, we'll have this conversation again later, maybe. Right?
I don't know.
All
That
the while,
wife was with. Go ahead. My bad. I'm distracted from the point.
He's not explaining to her anything about why this is such an important thing to make known to your spouse.
Yeah.
And he's not telling her. Right? They move on, whatever. They have the conversation again, I assume. And they're like, all right. He rationalizes in his mind, okay, well, my dad really messed me up, but I was a boy, so maybe if we have a daughter, it'll be fine. First off, delusional. Second off,
delusional.
Fine. Whatever. Cool. Good thinking. So then he decides, all right, we're going to try for this baby. They try for a baby. She's pregnant. I think it said 3 months pregnant. Nope. That was the last story.
She's pregnant.
She's pregnant. Gender reveal. It's a boy. He's upset. Crying. Why are you upset? I don't know. I wanted a daughter and we got a son. Go to the couch. And then I don't know. I just couldn't explain to her.
Yeah, look, man. I get how it can impact him because of the past stuff, but then when she just asked about it, just tell her. Of course she's gonna not understand if you say you're upset because your child got XY and not XX. But that's not the problem at all. That's not why you're crying. So of course you're not gonna understand each other. Just tell her.
Yes, just tell her. Oh, and then I forgot the point I was trying to make. I remember it again. People do this, man. In life. People will often try to and hey, bro, I'm not trying to discount it. I promise I'm not. But a lot of times people will use their upbringing, the environment they grew up in, the opportunities they had, blah, 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 et cetera, to justify all kinds of things, man. All kinds of random, just, and it's like, no. Your parents were bad. Cool. That sucks. You have to deal with that. I get that. I understand it.
Yeah.
That doesn't give you a license to be, oh, well, I hate kids just in general. I like to spit on children because,
okay,
they might, who knows? They probably had a better childhood than me. Hate that.
What?
I don't know where these examples are coming from, but
what? Hate that.
But still, it's like I just can't sympathize with this line of thinking. I can't sympathize with my parents did this, so I'll probably do. I just don't get it. I don't see it.
I can understand it based on like what I was talking about earlier. If you surprised yourself with involuntary things.
He has no kids.
Right, but it's just, the thought process can build a trail, but
it would be better if he explained exactly what his father did to him.
It was too traumatic. He can't even tell his wife, so why would he tell the internet?
Right, but trauma is subjective, bro. He could have got beat as a kid like we did.
No.
He ain't take it right.
Oh, bro, you got to explain that a little bit more for the great cloud of witnesses, bro.
No, I don't. The Bible says,
beat
your child with the rod, and you'll spare his soul.
But I'm saying, you say
from great foolishness or something like that.
We got whooped, spanked, if you will, disciplined with like a belt.
Oh yeah, no, we weren't abused.
I'm saying,
he
got beat like we did.
I'm saying maybe he got spankings, but spankings is just not the right word.
Yes,
we got beat. We didn't get spankings.
Well,
we got beat.
But it wasn't it wasn't combat. It wasn't Mike Tyson.
Because we couldn't fight back. No, I'm joking.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't. It has to do more with the place it was coming from.
It was never punching or kicking. It was always in a controlled manner. No one's getting clobbered or beaten to bloody pulp or anything of the sort. So
yes, but maybe this is what this man was experiencing as a child. Maybe he was spanked is just not the word, but for intents and purposes, he was spanked, corrected with physical pain, and he didn't take that well. And he's like, "What if my kid is bad, my son, and I see him being a moron, And then I'm like, I just have the urge to tell him, hey, stop that, and smack him on the butt. Like my father did." I don't know. But I'm sure it's probably something with a lot higher severity.
Have you guys ever heard of a locus of control? That circumstance, as Ed's talking about, is when someone has an external locus of control. The power is all outside of what I can do. So, it's real. I'm just a victim of my circumstances and my history, and I don't have the ability to control what I do. It's all determined by the other factors.
Yeah, that's not a good mindset.
It's not good for anything.
You have free will. Do what you will. All right. Anyway, all of these stories, let us know who is the jerk in these stories. Who sucks? Who doesn't?
And if you're listening and you are a jerk, I don't know where I was going to go with that. I just wanted to say that.
All right.
Leave a dislike if you are a jerk, even if you will.
I've been receiving some tips, some notes. People are saying that maybe these episodes will be better with someone else. Matter of fact, someone specifically brought up to me in last episode when I was telling the story about the Arby's sliders. I never finished that story because Elijah cut me off about something. And apparently that was... Someone told me that it was upsetting. They got upset because they didn't get to hear the end of that story.
About Arby's?
It was interesting, apparently.
I think it was the bread.
No, you were talking about grip bread, but I was telling the story about the imagine a slider, a small hoagie. I never finished that story. And I'm not going to here. Haha. We love you guys
I don't even know.
so much. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.
Hey.
Peace.